because you're trying to track that this was really the problem, this was really the root cause, and that actually fixed it. And now you see the results. And then you'll start seeing this sumbitch climb back up, and it's back to steak dinners. This is the difference between successful and not successful. If you don't know how to do this, you will not be successful. Because it's just using numbers and then finding out what root causes are and then fixing them. Because that's all that matters is performance problem solutions. Ultimately, you decide if you're gonna live or not. Am I just gonna get through life, or am I gonna live? Because it's a fucking choice. I mean, you literally decide that. And some people decide it when they're 70 and it's too late. So here's what I want to teach you guys. I'm teaching something every week unless if one of you will come up with a topic to teach us. But we're going to start learning. So it's performance, problems, solutions. What you're going to notice that we're doing is we are setting goals. And you're going to see more and more and more of them. So let's pretend this is likes. Beep. Action. Let's pretend that this is lift kit sales. So cut out and just say sales. Am I making it any more difficult by talking it out loud? A little bit. Okay. So when we started, we were like, okay, we're already here, we're green. Now let's go ahead and grow this thing but let's do it in chunks, like quarterly. That's why you see the stepping. And we started off, we're like, ooh, we're really good at this. Oh my God, we're gonna be so rich. And then all of a sudden, like we plateaued out. And we forgot to keep going. And it's like, oh my God, what the fuck? And you get several dots in a row because now if you draw your success line, you're like, what the fuck? And that's when you're in trouble. So that is your performance. So when you guys speak performance, I'm always looking for, what is my target? My target was 55,000 for this month, week, whatever, we'll call it a month. And what I really did was about 70,000. That's what you should be reporting. Green, smiley face. You just move on, pat yourself on the back, maybe grab a free fucking coffee. I likely won't come around and pat your back unless if you remind me, hey, look at how good I did. I'll be like, oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy, you did good. And then, this is where I like to party. In the red. And I think I like the red so much because it's usually a clusterfuck and I like working my way through clusterfucks. So this is something Kirk has been doing since day one. It's called a Pareto. So one of the ways I might Pareto is like, what types of lift kits are we selling? So now you can say, I see the problem. We're not selling rough country, but that's not a problem. That's just a symptom. What you want to go and ask yourself, and one of the games we used to play is we'd sit in a group and say why 5 times. You just have to play some sort of game. You can brainstorm, but that's usually useless because you're just making up shit. And you may go and look on the website. What if you go to the website and see that they aren't listed anymore? Or they are all on back order and we forgot to take them off of back order. You've now found the root cause of why your rough country sales have fallen. So rather than assuming, you actually do work to find out what happened. Does that make sense? Because once you find the true cause of it, you can get to the problem and then you start solutions. So with solutions, you would say, we are going to scrub all rough country data. In addition, we're gonna track rough country sales. So let's try to get rough country sales to go back up because you're trying to track that this was really the problem, this was really the root cause, and that actually fixed it. And now you see the results. And then you'll start seeing this sumbitch climb back up and it's back to steak dinners. This is the difference between successful and not successful. If you don't know how to do this, you will not be successful. because it's just using numbers and then finding out what root causes are and then fixing them. Because that's all that matters is performance problem solutions.
Don't tell him, don't tell him. I said I'm making waves in the ocean. You think that you know shit. Waves in the ocean. Gotta stay in motion. Waves in the ocean. Yeah, I got the potion. Waves in the ocean. Need my pockets so big. Putting out the content. Hoping that you notice. I be on my own, so I gotta stay focused. Waves in the ocean. Scoping like a locust.
We're trying to get a printer set up here. Let's see if it prints out. IT guy can't even fucking figure this out. We're paying top dollar and can't figure out a printer.
You know that I won't miss. I just set a goal, execute, ain't no hoping.
And well, he learns about you.
Yeah.
Sales are just fucking banging.
Are they going up now?
Yeah, we would have him do the parts that you complain about, like Instagram posting, and have you keep the parts you enjoy and probably get you doing more. I think money's in the. You're going to try to get me to give you a raise someday, and I'm going to say, then do more and find somebody to do the stuff that doesn't take any brain, like Instagram posting. And then have that person report to you. Poor bastard. Next video to shoot?
8:15 sync.
Next video to edit. So he's waiting until Friday to do Sundays.
I know, that's why he's getting ahead right now. I told him to do
You on him?
Wednesdays this weekend.
The builder?
3 done, 8 shot.
Cool. That's progressing. I like that.
Yep.
I take the right risk, safe road, no fighting. Like Mike.
OG two-man hoisting. There's no way he did two-man hoisting. I'm gonna go bust his ass. Did you two-man hoist that truck? Busted. Two-man hoisting or I'll cut you. Rainey, go make sure that he's got his pads in the right spot and you're comfortable with that truck not killing him. Here's how Banker lies to you. And you know you got him. Because he just freezes. Don't bother lying, bro. You're already done. One problem to be solved today is I will be meeting to understand his job responsibilities. Customer reviews. When is she being worked today? Customer service? You really know how to drag out a project. That was a joke. Brad, link more. You're still at 81%. Hey, while I'm cleaning house, motherfucker, just saying. Shots fired, bitch. He's not very awake today. Vitals. He says, looking good every fucking day. Half of them will be red, and he'll still say, looking good. Which I don't know if you know what vitals are. It's all of these. So Kirk will update us on those. Can we do a campaign and give it to one of the kids? Corey. Let's just move some. We got a whole bunch of them. We're really heavy on inventory. It'd be fun. It's a good test and a good sample for Corey. And then add that to your Bro Media update. We're not trying to make money on shipping. We're just trying to have that service and provide it at a high accuracy rate. So, you're good? So your team meeting is, this was our target, this was our actual. Remember, here's where we want to be in 30 days, in 90 days. Yeah. Were there any problems? Yes, we didn't hit it. What tool are you going to use to find out what the problems are that we were at 6 minutes? So you identified right away if that was on Wednesday, that you load up Wednesdays with meetings. So you do one of two things. You level it out and don't have all your meetings on Wednesdays, or you accept that Wednesdays will always miss target, but on average, you will hit target. You may say, let's stop tracking this daily because this is your weekly huddle, and let's start doing a rolling 30 day. Because if you notice, all of mine are rolling 30 day, right? Because I don't want to react to one single day. Sure. That doesn't make sense at a weekly team meeting. So you may change this to what's your rolling 30 look like, and what is that at? Does he have this averaged out? But I want it to be pretty planned. And if you guys want help organizing how you do something like that, they're called Kaizen events if you ever look it up. And when I went to Japan, they did it constantly. So their goal was to do hundreds of improvements every 30 days. And then they would put up these storyboards of what the improvements are. They showed, here's my plan, I gave it a shot, here are my results, I'm locking it in, here's my new standard. And they had these things plastered like fucking wallpaper on the walls, and they counted how many Kaizens they had a month. And they would just fucking kill it. I mean, it was insane. But we also had to wash the floor with a washcloth before we could have a tour of this entire plant. It's 85 degrees and I'm in a suit washing a floor with a washcloth in Japan in a factory.
Or a factory that he went to tour.
The VPs even had standing desks, no chairs. Because you're 30% more efficient while you're standing.
Damn.
It's fucking cool.
I feel like if we're gonna do more promotions as the year progresses, I do think that the meeting is pretty essential for like, okay, Eric or whatever. We're gonna order 1,000 T-shirts. You know, we're gonna have Mario's girlfriend come in on this date and bag this amount, and we're gonna hire.
Yeah, buddy, that's sweet.
I feel like that.
Any upcoming promotions and what's the process to handle the surge?
That'd be standard.
That's
work
brilliant.
when they come
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, you guys problem solve it. Don't do it here. So there's your problem. Okay, so what's your solution gonna be?
Turn it on.
Don't tell me what to do. Okay, I need some help. That sumbitch rips. It just goes?
Yeah.
They shouldn't let me have this. It's a lot louder than it is fast. You feel like you should be really moving, but you're not. It's a lot like CO2.